You are everything you need without any institution or bureaucracy, or especially any person in authority, which is the worst, ridiculous, dumb seduction of all. What's this idea of authority? What's this idea of submitting yourself? Think about that. Submitting to the pastor, submitting to the elders. But New Testament doesn't teach that. It doesn't teach that at all. I mean, the New Testament does not teach that. It's fabricated. It's humanly invented. Why? Because the church, being an institution, being a bureaucracy, must self-maintain, which means it must have people, which means it must have people that bring money. That's the bottom line. It's very, very superficial. That's the problem with institutional church Christianity. It is so superficial. It is so childish. It's like a children's club. And it's because none of us really know who we are. We're afraid to find out who we are. Afraid. And when you really look at who you are, really look. Really stop and look. And what a time to do that now, when in all cases we can't go to church. Doesn't matter to me, I don't go anyways, but if you do go to church, you can't go. Great. What a marvelous opportunity to just look at yourself. And what you find if you look, that without the pastor, without anybody giving you permission, without anybody telling you what you should or should not be doing, you look in the mirror, you look into your soul, the mirror of your own soul, and you find out that you're a tree, planted by the waters of creation, by the water of God, and that you can bring forth your fruit in your season, not the church's season, not the church's fruit, your fruit in your season. You've got it all. You've got everything you need. You don't need anything or anybody. Do you realize that? You don't need, your soul does not need anything or anybody. Now, if you have friends, great. If you're married, great. That's fine. Family, great. Nothing against any of that. But you don't need it. Because you're a tree planted by the rivers of water that bears fruit, its fruit, in its season. And so, just like that tree right there. See that tree? Tree's been here for probably 100 years, maybe more. This one over here in the distance right here. Get a little closer to it. That tree's been there for at least 100 years, bringing forth its own growth, its own shape, its limbs, its branches, bringing forth its fruit in its season. All these trees are such a great point of instruction. Look at this one right here. It's got twin trunks, two trees joined at the root, growing up together, twins, bearing forth its fruit, their fruit in their season. This tree does not need this tree. We found that out in the burn area earlier when we were looking at the burn and all the trees that survived. One tree here, one tree there. All the trees burned around it, and that one tree survived. And we discovered that a tree is just itself. It can survive without anything else. And it's a great picture, a great illustration of you and me. You have everything you need. You are complete. You're complete. Bring forth your fruit in your season. And the beauty, I shouldn't say that, it comes out wrong, but the opportunity of a sheltered, a self-isolation, a stay-at-home during a virus is that you can really find that out in a fresh way. Don't be concerned you can't go to church. Be grateful. You're being given the opportunity to see that you don't need it. You don't need to go. Doesn't mean you shouldn't go again. Go again if you want to. But you don't need it. You're complete. You've been created in the image of God. You're God's expression here on earth. And the soul of you is deeper than any superficial institution, definition, anybody's observation. Who you are is beneath and beyond all that. It's limitless. It's eternal. Thanks for being with me, the Prodigal Pastor. Have a great day. We'll talk again. All the best and God bless.